We're going to cook down a little strawberries. I've already cut these strawberries up. Let's get the last one here. We're going to put these in a saucepan. With just a little bit of sugar. They'll be sweet enough. And then we'll put this on low while we make our sour cream pound cake. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so we're going to be making my grandmother's traditional sour cream pound cake that starts with 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup. And in the South, we don't always cook with butter, but when we're making our desserts, we love real butter, and that's what I use. So 3 cups of sugar. And then we're going to mix that up. This is one of my favorite kitchen appliances, is my KitchenAid stand mixer. So we'll just mix that up. Looks good. And then we're going to add 3 cups of flour, but we're going to alternate that with a cup of sour cream, and I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm just going to mix that up. So I did want to show you a little trick when you're measuring flour. I don't like to scoop because a lot of times you'll get an extra tablespoon or 2. So I like to actually scoop it into my measuring cup and just overshoot the cup just a little bit and then just level it off. And that way you'll get a true cup of flour and not get any more than you need. But when you measure 3 cups, you can imagine if you get 2, 3, 4 extra tablespoons, you don't want that. So we're going to be alternating the flour with the sour cream. I'll start my mix master again. And I'm going to be adding my sour cream in, alternating that. Okay, that looks fabulous. Okay, now we want to add our eggs. So let's get our eggs out of the refrigerator. So this recipe calls for 6 separated eggs. Let me just clean up here a little bit. So let me grab a bowl. And people like to separate eggs. I think everybody has their own unique style on how to separate eggs. Some like the little doodads that separate them themselves. Some people like to separate them in their hands. But I just like to separate them in the eggshell itself. So since this calls for 6 egg yolks, I'm just going to separate them out. And then you want to mix these up separately. So basically you want to get them to that consistency where they're starting to peak like that. So let's just get rid of this. And you want to fold those right in and slide in easily. After we get to all that trouble, we're going to make sure that we get all of our eggs there. Wow, that looks good. So we're going to just a quick stir there. I love these new silicone spatulas too. I've got them in all colors. So let's turn this back on. And that gets folded into the batter. Beautiful. And then we'll be adding our flavoring next. And my grandmother's recipe calls for a teaspoon of vanilla. And I love this Mexican vanilla. It's one of my favorites. A teaspoon of that. A teaspoon of lemon extract. Just going to mix that lightly. Oh, you can smell the lemon and the vanilla. It smells great. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Beautiful. So what we're going to do next, let's get our whisk out of here. My twist is to add a cup of chocolate chips, and I'm a firm believer that a cook is only as good as their ingredients, so I love to use quality ingredients. These are Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolates. I love Ghirardelli chocolate, but I love good chocolate, good quality chocolate. So we're just going to fold those in. I'm going to just take it out of here. So I can get to it a little bit easier. Okay, so those just fold in easily. Just get everything out of here. Put my eggs back in the refrigerator. Okay, so let's see. My strawberries look great. And we're actually going to be melting just a little bit of chocolate to drizzle over this dessert. So let me get that started. So I've got a double boiler started. See my water back here. My pan. Again, my Ghirardelli chocolate. I'm going to use, this is a 4-ounce package of chocolate. Come in these beautiful squares. Throw those in. Let that start melting down just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. So I've already prepared, this is actually a 2-pan. I've already greased and floured that. And this part actually separates, of course. So you want to make sure that that's greased and floured well. So I'm going to give this another mix. So the easiest thing to do is to just kind of circle your pan and get that batter evenly all the way around. And this takes 90 minutes in the oven at 300. So I got my oven preheated. That Wolf stove takes a long time to heat up. So I got that started earlier. You just want to make sure that this is evenly distributed. We don't want any to go to waste. My grandmother would be so proud. Okay. So I'm just going to take my spatula and just kind of even up the batter just a little bit. And that's ready to go in the oven. Okay. So I'm going to put this in my oven. As I told you, it's already preheated. to 300. And in it goes. Okay, just going to set my kitchen timer. Hour and a half, so 90 minutes. Okay, it's been 90 minutes, and let's check our pound cake. It looks beautiful. It's got that beautiful golden brown top. That's what you're looking for. Now this needs to sit for 10 minutes before we turn it on the plate. So what you're going to do is flip that, and it can be heavy, so make sure you've really got it, you've gripped the sides and your plate. And I heard it thump there, so you know it's come out. And voila, that's it, beautiful. So we'll cut that. So we're going to, in honor of my grandmother, we're going to plate this on my grandmother's bridal shower. This would be her bridal pattern. And we're going to cut a piece here. And my friend Nathan that's shooting the video is drooling. So we're going to cut a piece, and all this crunchy stuff is like the best part. So don't worry about that. Plate that. And then since this is strawberry shortcake, we're going to put a little bit of our strawberries on top. And this will be beautiful after a dinner party. Just going to strain those just a little bit. And then if you want to use a little of your sauce to be fancy, just for a little decoration, do that if you want. And then we're going to put a little dollop of the homemade whipped cream, which was just a container of whipping cream with a little sugar added. So we're just a little dollop whipped cream. And we're going to just drizzle a little bit of the chocolate. I like adding elements that have already been used in the recipe. So we'll be fancy there. Kind of drizzle that like that. And then you're ready to enjoy my grandmother's sour cream pound cake with chocolate chips with strawberries, whipped cream, and chocolate. Enjoy.